offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this county and the Republic of Kenya. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you committed to our charge. Amen. Honorable Clerk, confirm whether we have quorum.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is not present.
Sergeant at Arms, ring the bell for 10 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is now present.
Order, honorable members. Order of business.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, papers.
Next order.
Order number 5, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
Honorable Koech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to move motion on initiating youth service programs in the county of Nandi. Aware that Article 55 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that the state shall take measures, including affirmative action program, to ensure that the youth have opportunities to associate, be represented, and participate in practical, social, economic, and all spheres of life. Further, aware that the majority of the youth in the county are unemployed. Noting that the county government need to put in place programs to tap the readily available labor from the youth to formally undertake activities such as bush clearing, opening of drainages, tree planting. Cognizant that the county government needs to partner with national government in order to align its fiscal framework so as to be able to create and fund youth programs, in particular offering employment opportunities and ensuring youth are protected from harmful cultural practices and expectations. Further, cognizant that there is need for the county to promote participation of the youth in development and empowerment program. This House therefore urges the county government to establish county youth service, a replica model of national youth service, which shall be responsible for matters including and not limited to youth employment, youth empowerment, and training. Madam Speaker, this motion is here with us today basically because we know all of us in this county have on several occasions been confronted by the youth back in our village, in our wards, with questions of how many of us are employed in the county. You go to a public parasa, you go to a function, a church function, people speak. And after talking of the issues of that particular function, they take you on and ask if we could only find 2 or 3 youths being employed in the county, we'll greatly appreciate. So, Madam Speaker, I thought of it and felt that we know in the year 2009, during the Grand Coalition government that was headed by the then President Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga, the then Prime Minister, the model of KKV was born. Though the program fizzled out after some time, it had some impact. We would see individuals who would rather be languishing in poverty, would be in drugs, engage in short programs for a week, 2, 3 days, 5 days, for a pay. The model also encompassed, the model was changed during the days of Her Excellency Anne Waiguru in the Devolution Ministry, when NYS came up with a program that would have also engaged the youth, not only in short manual jobs in our towns, but also put them into circles where they would save. Though we have not seen the success, it was a very good, well-thought program, but it should have been followed to the latter. Having said that, I wish to urge the honorable members to look into this motion. Agree with me that we need to ask and pray that the executive first develop a youth policy to cover these things. Secondly, that we have this Nandi County Youth Service in place so that we have our youths engaged in this program. One of the counties that has developed this successfully is Meru County, that launched theirs in May 2018, where 1,000 youths in the entire county was enrolled in Meru County Youth Service. They call it MYS, Meru Youth Service. Out of the 1,000 youth engaged in this particular program, 500 were sent to national and technical polytechnics, technical schools, to get training on the expertise, while the 500 were engaged on issues to do with environmental conservation, community health care. You remember that I brought a motion here on incorporation of CHVs into the health system. This is the avenue to use to make sure that these community health volunteers have some stipend and they can impact in the society. Issues to do with urban development. We know we have a problem with our drainages in towns. With a limited workforce in our sub-counties, the towns sometimes are very filthy. If we could be having this youth service, such that we can say out of the number of youths that we have in this service, one day they would be in Kapsabet to do a very good Atara job in Nandi Hills. We have, if we adopt this model of youth service, we will be using one stone to kill two birds. One, we will be addressing the issue of unemployment. Secondly, we will be addressing the challenge of the poor drainages in our roads, the issues of bush clearing, and the rest of the things. We would also be addressing the issue of environment rehabilitation. we are talked of conservation in some certain areas. We would be using this model or this youth in this service to be able to deliver this kind of job. At the same time, we can engage, for instance, if we are to engage some youth for 1 week, in a period of 2 months, we engage some other youth in 1 week. You will find that at the end of the year, we'll be having a pool of young people that they would have been engaged by the county government of Nandi and would have tasted the fruits of devolution. We would not get issues to do with, we have not even tasted the fruits of devolution because they wanted to taste it directly through the stipend. So I urge this Honorable House to agree with me, adopt this motion of establishment of youth service in the county. I have given an example of Meru County. Kakamega County is another model. In fact, Kakamega County has moved ahead and passed Kakamega County Youth Service and Women Empowerment Act, giving rise to or stating clearly how these particular services are formed, what are their roles, what are their scope of work. If we adopt this motion, it will give room for us to debate, argue all these things, and know which is the best way we can engage our youth to be able to develop. Another county that is at the advanced stage in doing so, Vihiga County, here, that has already developed a draft youth policy. This will go towards helping our youth in one way or another. So, Madam Speaker, one other last thing. We have donors. We have partners all over. We have FAO, UN Habitat. There are sometimes we had an organization where I worked in before we came here that was funded by USAID. If we have such a structure, we can easily attract investors to be able to roll out programs using this structure of National Youth, Nandi County Youth Service. I urge this Honorable House to agree with me and adopt this motion so that we can develop this Nandi County Youth Service, and in generally we will have assisted our youth to be able to be engaged. I wish to call upon Honorable Cornelius Some to second the motion.
Honorable members, I now ask this House to debate the motion on initiating youth service programs. Honorable Pius.
Asante sana Madam Speaker kunipatia nafasi ya kuchangia hiyo hoja. Mheshimiwa Koech, nashukuru yeye vile ameleta hii motion kuhusu youth, kwa sababu mambo ya youth tuko nayo problem sana, kwa sababu hakuna kazi ambayo imeandikwa. Youth ni wengi na wamesoma, na vile vile kuna wakati mwingine ilikuwa imesemekana ya kwamba kuna pesa ambapo kutoka kwa sports ya kwamba wajiregister alafu watapatiwa pesa wapungue mambo ya makalvat na kufanya mambo ya bush clearing, lakini hiyo kitu ilienda kaishia hapo, na mpaka sasa hizi youth wanatuuliza kwa sababu ilisemekana ya kwamba kila ward hiyo kitu ifanyike, lakini hakuna kitu iliendelea. Akasemekana ya kwamba hakuna namna ya kulipa hawa hiyo pesa. Sasa ingekuwa bora sheria iweko ili wakati ikitengenezwa hiyo hoja ya kuhusu youth ili ipate nafasi ya kusaidiwa kufanya hiyo kazi. Nafikiri kuna hata hizo bodaboda, kuna wakati mwingine siku ya ushirika kama nalisemekana ya kwamba ile pesa ambapo bodaboda angelipa waweke wazo wa cooperative yao ili wajiendeleshe, ili na mwishowe youth tena bodaboda akasema kwamba hawaaminiani ati ya kwamba wakiunda hiyo mambo ya kuweka hiyo pesa hiyo itakulwa. Kila kuna manunguniko. Ijapokuwa mambo ya ushirika vile vile ingewekwa sheria. Unajua kuna wakati mwingine ikiwa kuna cooperative fulani watu wanaweza kula pesa na hakuna sheria ambayo anashika hao. Kama hii ilikuwa ya nini ya sako yetu ilikuwa ya majani chai. Pesa ilikulwa mpaka saa ikabalisha kusema hekima na bado na yumba. Na unajua problem ya watu yetu ya kwamba wakichukua pesa wanasema kwamba Nandi anasema hii dhambi atashika hawa, na yule naye amekula pesa anasema yeye ndiye atakula dhambi. Sasa inakuwa shida hiyo. Sasa sheria ingewekwa, ingekuwa bora fanya kazi wanaolipwe, itakuwa itasaidia mambo taenda chini. Nafikiri naunga mkono sana.
Honorable Fred.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa nafasi. Ningeomba Mheshimiwa, kwa sababu kwa mswada Mheshimiwa Spika, hiyo ni maombi. Yeye angetengeneza hoja tuweke sheria tupitishe, lakini kwa sababu ameanza, tumuunge mkono atengeneze hiyo hoja. Sisi tumuunge mkono kwa sababu tuko na taabu sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Kila mahali ukienda matanga, ukienda Harambee, unaambiwa Mheshimiwa, hapa hujaandika mtu hata mmoja. Na saa zingine Mheshimiwa Spika, wakitangaza kazi inaweza kuwa watu 7 kaunti mzima Mheshimiwa Spika. Sasa wapi na wapi, watu gani watu wataandikwa? Na ukiangalia mpaka sasa tayari kaunti imeanza kupunguza wafanyakazi, haitoshi, pesa haitoshi, lakini vile Mheshimiwa amesema itatusaidia. Kuna wakati tulikuwa tunaomba kura, walikuwa wameanza, kuna vijana walikuwa na kibarua ya kufanya, na hata mwezi 6 amepata kitu kidogo, na hiyo ndio inasaidia vijana waendeleze. Tuunge mkono, ningeomba waheshimiwa wote tuunge mkono na tusaidiane kusaidia Mheshimiwa yeye atengeneze hiyo hoja, ndio tuone iko sheria, tuweke pesa, ndio angalau vijana wetu wapate kazi. Mheshimiwa Spika, unajua kila siku vijana wanaongezeka. Ukimaliza shule, baada mwaka moja vijana wameongezeka. Ndio najiuliza, hata mimi nilikuwa najiuliza ya kwamba tutafanya namna gani, lakini ni mzuri kwa sababu Mheshimiwa amefikiria. Tena Mheshimiwa pia ufikirie jambo lingine, tusaidiane pamoja, tuangalie vile vijana watafanya. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Honorable Philip.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute on this motion by Honorable Gideon Koech. I want to thank Honorable Gideon for bringing this motion. Indeed, actually, Honorable Speaker, we have a challenge. As actually Honorable Gideon have actually say, whenever you appear in every function, at the world level or whatever the place, most of the people actually are asking you that actually they are coming with papers that actually you seek an employment for them. But unfortunately, Honorable Speaker, that the kind of the jobs that we have in Nandi is that we have a problem of wage bill. We need to reduce the number of to reduce expenses in terms of actually giving salary, so that we can channel more money to development. So we have a problem of actually employing. So if we can allocate some money and have such kind of functions be done by youths, like clearing roads, Honorable Speaker, then as they wait to have the formal employment, they will be actually using these to run their daily activities. It will assist a lot. I realize in 2017, towards general election, the Jubilee government has actually come up with a program from the National Youth Service, whereby they were able to employ almost, and they were able to get some amount for them actually to run their daily activities. So I think, Honorable Speaker, this will help a lot in terms of employing quite a number of youths. I realize in the last financial year, we had actually allocated some funds in the Department of Transport to assist on this. But as a Department of the Youth, they were tasked to organize some youth groups and hand over to the Department of Transport. But unfortunately, we really followed up from the Department of the Youth. We had actually organized, you can ask the area MCS, the elected MCS, actually, they actually organized those groups. But there is a frustration in the Department of Finance, they were not able to release the funds. I think the Honorable at one point interrogated the minister in charge of roads, and it was like, the problem is the Department of Finance. They were not able to release the funds to help these people. So I think if we have a law that actually can cover all these things, Honorable Speaker, then it will assist much going forward, so that actually we don't have these problems that actually the Department of Finance are reluctant funds to assist on such programs. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I think this is a good motion. If the way Honorable Fred have said, we love to Honorable Gideon so that we can have a bill, so that we can have a bill supporting these youth service and the youth service. Others, I thank Honorable Member, and I urge Honorable Members to support this motion. Thank you.
Honorable Magdalene.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker, for having given me this opportunity to thank and support this motion brought in by Honorable Gideon Koech concerning initiating youth service programs. I feel it's a good move and it's timing, because right now we are affected. As our colleagues have said, there was a time you were instructed by the youth department to identify youth in every ward or for the services of bush clearing and drainage in our feeder roads, among the wards. And indeed, I moved so swiftly to an extent that 6 youth representing every location. And in fact, I'm further taking the CO youth Ligaga to the ground to talk to them. And they are so happy, and they thought they have reached Canaan. But they were told there and there that they would get 500,000 in their accounts for that work. And I even went to an extent of telling them, this is the beginning of empowering you, and the other youths will follow. I even promised them that when you get this 500,000, make sure that you register a company, so that if there is any tender for youth, you will really get. And I thought that I thought the county government had really thought of something so that it can help us when we go into different occasions in our wards to talk to the youths. That was a vision that I saw it was going to set for our youth, because they said after 1 year, another youth will be when these ones will have stapled, other youth will be brought in again. And I thought in fact, I saw that I was going to come back to the county assembly come 2022, because if I networked, if I have 6 youth per location, and then another year 6 youth per location, how many youths would I have when we are through? And I thought they are really going to help us, and even help the county government, especially the government, to realize our dream and come back next time. But I'm so surprised that that was not implemented. And I feel that when I go to the ground, the same youth still ask me, what are you thinking about us? How far have you gone? And I'm lacking words to explain to them. I had also thought of even his implement committee, if I'm not wrong. This one, we follow it to the bitter end so that it can be implemented, and it will save us from the other promise. This one will save us from the other promise if it is implemented. So I stand and feel this is a good motion. I support it only. Thank you so much.
Honorable Jen.
Asante sana Madam Sir kwa kunipea hii ruhusa niongee. Ni support hii motion. Mimi nimefurahi sana kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Koech ameleta hii motion. Na kweli vijana wanaumia sana. Ni wengi sana hapa. Kwa sababu wengi wakimaliza shule, wengi wao wanapenda Najua watoto wasipopata vitu zenye wanataka wanaweza kuwa hata wezi. Kama si hivyo members, si hivyo. Kwa sababu nimeshaona wengine wanapenda kunywa pombe kwa sababu hata hawana kazi, yani wanaweza sema tu sana nitapoteza wakati nikifanya nini. Yani wanafanya vitu zenye haifai, lakini wakikuwa na kazi anaweza kuwa na pesa zake na anaendelea na maisha yake. Ili alinde hata familia yake akianza. Sasa mimi na support mimi naunga mkono hii motion na naomba pia nyinyi muunge mkono. Asante sana.
Honorable Gideon, right of reply.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wish to thank the honorable members for their contribution. This is a timely motion. We need, as a team of county assembly members, to make follow-up, adopt this motion and make follow-up as a team, so that we can have our youths engaged in these particular short season programs. And at the same time, we'll be saving a lot of funds that are normally used in the normal repairs here and there in our roads. Because if we can have youths that are engaged in the drainages, clearing of bushes and drainages in our roads, myself, Honorable Sanga, and the rest who come from tea growing areas will agree with me that the roads within the tea estates a few years back, even Honorable Ryle knows, wow, they could only be maram at least once in 5 years. Because when it rains, the following day we have a team of individuals who goes back and make sure that the maram is back to the roads and the drainages are clear. But with our roads, we grade the road and maram and compact this year. But upon the heavy rains, the whole maram is washed off. The next year, we are allocating the same funds to the same road without making any progress. So I wish to thank all of you. Let's support this motion and jointly as an assembly, make sure that we push to make sure that this is implemented to the latter so that we can realize the objective of this particular motion. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now proceed to put the question on the motion on initiating youth service programs. Aware that Article 55 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that the state shall take measures, including affirmative action, to ensure that the youth have opportunities to associate, be represented, and participate in practical, social, economic, and all spheres of life. Further, aware that majority of the youth in the county are unemployed, noting that the county government need to put in place activities such as bush clearing, opening of drainages, tree planting, cognizant that the county government needs to partner with the national government in order to align its fiscal framework so as to be able to create and fund youth programs, in particular offering employment opportunities and ensuring youth are protected from harmful cultural practices and expectations. Further, cognizant that there is need for the county to promote participation of the youth in development and empowerment programs, this House therefore urges the county government to establish county youth service as a replica model of the national youth service, which shall be responsible for matters including and not limited to youth employment and youth empowerment and training. I propose that this motion be adopted, and with as many as of the opinion say aye.
Aye.
And as many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
There being no other business to transact, the House adjourns to tomorrow afternoon.